of the Callous Mind Talking Head Sportscast. This week we are reviewing Week 10, and I am disclosing my Week 10 prediction results, which were actually fairly decent. So without too much sitting around waiting, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so NFL Week 10 kicked off on Thursday night with the Bengals battling the Ravens, and man, that turned out to be a hell of a game. And really, the Bengals probably should have won that game for all intents and purposes, but they went for the win on the road, going for the 2-point conversion at the end of the game, and then ended up losing as a result of that instead of just kicking the extra point and going to overtime. So that's kind of what I saw, just kind of monitoring the score and stuff. I wasn't watching the game hardcore, but I was like, wow, that's a hell of a game, man. I mean, that's incredible as far as scoring points, being exciting, back and forth. I mean, that's kind of a model NFL game if you like offense and you like sitting on the edge of your seat. But the Ravens get the win, and so did I, because that was who I picked in that particular game. Sunday's game started with the Giants and Panthers battling in Germany, and the Panthers did get that win. And wow, that's a brutal garbage bowl of a game there, but you know, exciting nonetheless. And the Panthers do get that win, so good for them. The next game, oh Adam, I got to talk to you about the Bears, man. You always rag on me saying that I never pick the Bears. And now when I do, what do? They lay an egg at home against the Patriots? Against the Patriots of all teams, bro? Come on, man. You give up 19 points to the Patriots and you lose because you can only muster up 3 points? What the hell is going on with the Chicago Bears, Adam? What's going on? The next game was the Bills and Colts. And that game was probably a lot closer than I would have preferred it to be, but it really doesn't matter because I didn't have any money bet this weekend. And but the Bills go on the road and they get the win. But you look at Josh Allen here, he threw 2 picks in that game, so that's kind of uncharacteristic of him to do that. The next game, the Broncos and Chiefs. Oh, brutal, man. Denver was right on the verge of defeating Kansas City, and Kansas City blocked the last-second field goal, man. Wow, that is brutal. And Kansas City continues to live on the razor's edge, but they continue to get victories in spite of that. But Week 11 could change that, but we'll talk about that in Thursday's video, because I believe they play the Bills this weekend, so that's going to be an interesting game. The next game, the Falcons and Saints. Once again, an NFC South matchup, comes down to 3-point difference. So the Saints get that win, and this could turn out to be a really, really bad loss for the Falcons in the future as far as playoff seeding goes. You know, maybe one more win would have got you a home game or just put you in a better position playoffs wise. So this, what I would call a bad loss, may come back to bite the Dirty Birds right in the keister. The 49ers and Buccaneers once again came down to the bitter end. The Bucs just can't seem to muster up enough points or hold on long enough to get the win here. Played valiantly, but still take a loss against the 49ers. How about the Steelers and Commanders game, man? Wow, that's another edge of your seat cliffhanger. Solid game. It's about what I expected, and I said, you know, last week, making those Week 10 picks, that I put an asterisk next to that game because it was really a toss-up, and the score suggests just the same. The Steelers escape with a win on the road, 28-27, so good for them. That's a real high-character win, and I don't expect anything less from a Mike Tomlin coach team. He's just an outstanding coach, and the Steelers, man, they're looking pretty dangerous right now. The next game, the Vikings and Jags. My friend Jason told me that he was at that game, and I said, oh my God, it must have just been torture to see that, because good Lord Almighty, man. 12-7. 12-7? Yikes, man. Ooh, that is brutal. But the Vikings get the win and they move to 7-2. The Chargers defeat the Titans in LA. The Eagles roll them boys, and Cooper Rush apparently didn't bring his pixie dust with him because the Cowboys were not magic on offense by any stretch of the imagination in this game, mustering only 6 points. So the Eagles get that big NFC East win. The Cardinals, man, kudos to the Arizona Cardinals. They greet the New York Jets and just stomp their ass. And I tell you, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. I love to see the Cardinals getting these wins, especially at home. They're a really high-flying, confident team right now. And that bodes well for them moving on into the rest of the season. And I really believe that this team is a team that can win that NFC West, man. They are looking good. They can beat you by 1 point. They can beat you by many points. They just seem to be playing outstanding. And, man, I'm here for it. I'm here for it because it's good for the city. And I hope they keep on rolling. And I hope they make the playoffs and win the NFC West. It's just going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. Rise up, Red Sea, indeed. The Lions hold off the Texans. Man, I tell you, that game is a little closer than I would have thought it would have been. I give the Texans a lot of credit for, jumping out to an early lead, but then they couldn't hold it. And the Lions do end up getting that big win on the road in what could be a Super Bowl matchup, as I addressed in my previous video. And then on Monday night, the Dolphins surprised me by beating the Rams 23-15 on Monday Night Football. So good for the Dolphins, getting back in the win column and showing that maybe they're not quite done as a potential wild card team from the AFC. So we'll see how that continues to unfold. But Dolphins get a big road win, so good for them. So my Week 10 pick results were 10 wins and 4 losses. And so see right there, Adam, I picked the Bears. I picked the Bears right there, and they lost. And the Falcons lost for me, and the Bucks. But I believe that Bucks 49ers game was another game that I had the asterisk by as well. So, yeah, it was. So I felt that game was a toss-up. And that Philly and Dallas game didn't turn out to be as much of a toss-up as I thought it might be. But such is the nature of the National Football League, right? So let me jump out here and see. Oh, and you know what? Adam's not here today on a day that the Bears take it on the chin from the New England Patriots, man. Woo, brutal. All right, well, I thank anyone who was here with me live. Thank you so much. I do sincerely appreciate it. If you're watching the replay, please don't forget to comment below. Tell me what your favorite game of Week 10 was. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until my Thursday video upload, I hope you guys will be good to yourselves and each other, and I will talk to you again soon. And God bless.